afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, great, fitting, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one and only master of propaganda. Off here to a 1 vs 1 on Faymonville Approach. In the north it is Hoi-Jimmy, fighting here for the German army. Deutschland, das Vaterland. Rolling out here with the 15th Panzergunner Division with Austrian, German Infantry and Jäger Infantry. With Troll Infantry bullets versus the south it is Tiramisu, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. America and apple pie, all of that stuff here. Taking on the role here of the 6th Armoured Division with recon support. Mechanized company, ever popular, and airborne with triple infantry bulletins there as well in this regard. No surprises. Gunner the MD4 started there for Jimmy, double rough start there for Tiramisu, and as always, a reminder to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Also, big thanks to me for donating and supporting the Propagandacast with this hard-earned money, allowing me to keep doing what I do on a daily basis, alongside all my wonderful and amazing patrons supporters. You too can join the ranks yourself by pledging on Patreon or just chucking a donation. Links in the description. Any support there would, of course, make me very happy. And it's driving towards the end. We do get mechanized. Mechanized is so utterly prevalent. It's just a very strong doctrine part because it's just heavily overloaded with units. I mean, you get technically, like, more units thing than any other doctrine. You got 2 light vehicles with first ability, additional tank with a third one, you get a cav rifleman, and you get the mortar half track. Plus just some strong abilities the most don't use, but also just the dart truck itself then further overloaded with abilities. So like it's just a very sort of, shall we say, strong doctrine. I mean, which is I think one reason why it's just so much used compared with other American doctrines. You just get so much. I mean, again, you got marked target and you get artillery strikes. Plus, it's good for capping territory. Can be up with a heavy machine gun and can transport troops. Like, it just does so much. It's in this regard, it's sort of like emblematic of mechanized, which again just does so much. We've got punt gunners in south, first engagement with the rest up north with the northern fuel punt here. Gunners towards us in here. Dart truck falling back as obviously. Right, to begin with, it doesn't have any way to defend against Grenadiers with their Panzerfaust or the rifles or even their boot polish. But anyways, grabbing the point in before hitting southwards here for Jimmy, holding up the centre, rifling up here for Jimmy. And we got Lieutenant so double rifleman, dart truck tech there for Tiramisu. Triple Grenadier for Jimmy, so far standard build there from Jimmy, and recently standard there for Tiramisu as well. Upgrading here the 50 cal there on top of the dart truck, of course, makes it much more nasty. Pioneers to the eastward sea. Shots being fired here. Bit of both dancing around here, and I'm not sure like who's supposed to take the engagement ahead there, but in this case, Jimmy decides to push it with him before to support it properly. Opening up here, of course, he needs to be mindful of the flanks since he could quick lose the machine gun there if he's not careful. You can see that Jimmy's quick to reposition the machine gun after the first few shots in place. These some moves about there. Ready to up the flank kick on this moving ahead here. Plus, we have Pioneers far east here. And Lieutenant's almost down here. I imagine he wants to stuff some troops inside the dart truck so to give it a bit more punch there. Rather than holding up behind the building, hoping to bait the Germans out into position going to deal with them. But I think overall, Tiramisu may want to consider engaging the overall situation, I think, much more differently than what he's currently trying to do at the moment. Great as the Grenadiers and the MD4-2 not winning that one at all. Darting up here, going for the fuel point. Rifles in the south here, other rifle squads thinking about here. Might try and flank up behind here, that's obviously all has his risks here versus Jimmy. Lieutenant's sitting out there, that we have echelons reinforcing, could go for 50 caliber here. He could also just consider mortar to help deal with the Jimmy's machine gun attacks. In fact, pops into the building here in the center. Definitely, I think, a strong choice here then for Tiramisu to go for a mortar to counter that. Quickly moving ahead here before Tiramisu can set up the rifle squad out of the outer fire. Oh, narrowly gets around the outer fire there again. Close one here, though, close one here. Suddenly up into the cover up and calls to engage. Then needs to get the big host down. And in this case, actually manually facing the machine gun, so you can sort of predict the maneuvers here, but at the same time means it can't easily react, and also means it's more vulnerable just getting flanked like this. But interesting note there from Jimmy. It's actually very rare to see players use the facing here on the machine gun to start buildings. It's a very rarely utilized ability, and personally, most of the time I just use it when like the machine gun's pointing in the bloody obviously wrong direction. Like occasionally I have the machine gun pointing into like a wall. It's like, come on, pointing towards where we actually know the enemy's coming from. Ambush in the way there for Tiramisu. No mortars yet, though in this case they need a good flank here sorted out. Heavy firing around the centre here though. Going to start the building a bit of waste. Pick up power with 4 grenades for Jimmy. Certainly going to be out the German Infantry, Jäger Infantry, since you definitely want to like go for that many grenades and then upgrade with something like these two. Heading off to the reactions with the good Pioneers. German Infantry definitely looking like the more likely one. Plus tend to be popular versus mechanized. Reinforcing healing. Ambulance ready. Very good there. Nothing further going on the base for Tiramisu, that we do have the mechanized command post up. Dart truck taking some light damage here as the German trying to push the machine gunning up here for Deutschland. Grenadiers flying a bit back here. Veterans with 1-5 kills there. MG-40 from the Dart truck, which proves not to be that bulletproof. Gains veterans 1 though. Lots of holes being in. I'm sure they'll be chewed up. But the mechanic, as it turns out, the mechanic is the crew itself, which I'm sure they're not happy about. God damn, where's the mechanics? Cost cutting measures. God damn it. There's the rifleman there. Mortar attack. He does go for the mortar, but anytime he goes for a very early mortar attack here. Bold strategy there by Tiramisu. It's going to certainly put pressure on the machine gun and any support weapons. Definitely not what you'd expect here. But sometimes what you don't expect, or what your opponent doesn't expect, is a very powerful weapon. And certainly an early mortar attack is most unexpected. But you would have figured he'd just gone for a regular mortar, but there you go, mortar attack firing up, then MG-42 gets a quick kill there on the gunner. Other guy panics and see then just begins swinging the machine gun about there, like, you know, someone slipped a lot of bees into his trousers. Rather than Grenadiers, swing up, there's well quickly rifle to flush out the rifle squad, at least damage it. Up here we've got the Dart being pursued by 2 Grenadier squads up further north here. Troops sneak about there under Tiramisu's command. He may well consider 50 caliber. Also some anti-tank rooms are likely to deal with the incoming 2-2, which I'm going to be seeing from Jimmy very soon. And there you go, 2-2, like the puncher speed bargain. Brian Mills Grenadiers, Dart truck there gaining eventually 5 kills there, and there you go, Pantherfast off. Narrowly survives, but I imagine that's going to feel a bit uncomfortable to drive around in. Hey Sarge, is this thing supposed to be on fire? No. Oh, then we might want to fix this. 4 kills on the mortar half track. 2-2 almost done up north here. Pointing to the reactions, planning to control the situation against Jimmy somewhat. And there you go, 2-2 up. They like to punch a spear bargain. Worth noting that by 1944, I think most of them were pretty much just no longer in production usage. I mean, some of it's in usage because they would use all their stocks because they couldn't afford to. But like they ceased production to shift production towards armoured cars based off the 250 half track chassis. As it turns out, this one was actually not very good once it came off the roads, which in reconnaissance is actually important. It's a little fun note there. This, of course, also meant the 250 half-track would stop being used as a half-track. And for reconnaissance purposes, they actually used the 250 half-track for that role as well. Fun note there. Grenadier squad almost taken out with the rifle squad, down to 2 men low health, but fortune smiles upon Jimmy just a bit. There's 2 men managed to make it back there. They'll probably feel like they've seen better days. Back here, we've got weapon retrieval for Tiramisu, very good. Note, we haven't actually seen any cavalry riflemen, which is actually one of the reasons why the Doctrine is also popular, since they're quite good, cheap assault infantry. So that is also worth noting there. Also, Jimmy has yet to go for Doctrine, which is also very much noteworthy. I mean, typically you've gone for the German Infantry or Jaeger Infantry, but again, upgrading your Grenadiers with whatever you decide to upgrade them with. But so far, Jimmy seems a bit hesitant there, which might indicate more Jaeger Infantry than German Infantry. There could be surprises here. There could be surprises. Mortar after keeps flying away there. Got 6 kills so far. I mean, he's been doing pretty well here. He's also, I think, worth noting, he's been very good with the mortar barrages. Like, I think a lot of reason why people tend to find not having the greatest problem with the mortars is they tend not to use the mortar barrage ability a lot. And they also tend to be weak with it when they do. But like, good mortar barrage ability means you can actually get a lot out of your mortars. So, bit of a tip there. Remember to use the barrage ability and use it a lot. As it shoots a lot more accurately and a lot faster when you use the barrage ability compared to when it auto barrages. In fact, there used to be a time when it was pretty good with auto barraging. Turns out that was too good. As people just spam mortars and just, you know, let them do all the work, which turned out to be less than exciting, in particular on certain maps. More rifle on left for Tiramisu. No cavalry rifle still. This is certainly not quite your typical American play there, despite again going for mechanized, which is very typical. We got bazookas up in there. Go Jimmy does go for German infantry. Bit late there, bit late. But obviously can still upgrade with the G for defeats. And we get a mortar here from Jimmy, which is an interesting pick because typically you don't go for mortars to counter the mortar after. I guess he just wants a mortar piece to help deal with Tiramisu stuff here, which is not a bad idea. Though obviously keep in mind the mortar after they can quickly swoop in, shoot at the mortar, and then back up before any counter fire happens. But North Side teams moving in there, basically between the center ground team to the Americans and the 6th Armored Division, ordering the company to switch northwards to outmaneuver the Yankees there. But Oberleutnant, I forgot my teddy bear. Backsets, your teddy bear, what are you? 5? You're goddamn 35, I think. Anyways, the teddy bear is dead. It sacrificed itself for the fatherland. Consider it like that. Don't make me call to Fuhrer about this. And it's rifle tank Grenadiers here. Up north we got the Grenadiers with the rifleman and the Dodge truck. In the south here, troops coming out there. Mortar almost down there for Jimmy. Charging northwards here. Going for the southern field there. Certainly Jimmy's in a bit of a tough position with Tiramisu's really can control the map. He's got support weapons, he's got mortars, so more mobile mortars. Plus he's bringing up a lot more firepower. Of course Jimmy's now bringing the veteran gunneers finally here. Mortar firing down in the machine gun position there. Up north here, better stand up between the gunneers and the Dodge truck. Trying to win the two to do with that. Seems like he's switching back towards the south center now. Perhaps he's just hoping to use the northern push as a bait to draw Tiramisu in. But Tiramisu didn't quite take the bait at all. He's quite comfortable around the center, so didn't quite pan out as much there for Jimmy as he would have liked to. But then again, maybe just enough anyways. We'll have to see there. But north side is definitely already dying down there. In the south here, progress is being slowly made here versus Tiramisu. Again, apparently the disruption might just have been sufficient here, though. Obviously, Tiramisu is not quite keen on giving up here versus Jimmy anytime soon either. More trap, they're still at 6 kills, but close to veterans 1. There we go. Gains veterans 1. Just as I say that, because that's typical. No stormtroopers yet for Jimmy, though definitely could turn that. Going straight here for the Dodge truck, and there you go. Got the step on it ability. They could actually go down into the two different pursuits aggressive. In fact, the center's now open thanks to the parts of the mortar. They've got the pursuit teaming up there. Need to get some troops in there, and schnell. Do we have any tech here for Jamie? And 9. And do we have it for Tiramisu? Yeah. He is in fact taking up. They're moving ahead for some medium armor soon. That's going to take a bit while to get there. North there, Grenadiers right about the Rav Squad. The BAR is proving to be too much for the Grenadiers to handle. Mortar moving up. Take almost. Oh, yeah, happening there as well. Rather than going for the Grenadiers, can need to fall back pretty soon. Half to the moving about. Still, 8 kills now, half 852. Definitely looking good there for Tiramisu and his mortar half track. Machine gun holding up there. Actually has popped into the arm pistol rounds. Thumbs up the Jimmy to remember using that ability. And there you go. Trying to get close to the mortar to take out the armored car, but the Bazooka team very much derails that mission and knocks the armored car, leaving to burn in a ditch. The South here Pioneers on top of the Dodge, 7 kills east level, so I'm doing a lot of work there for Tiramisu. We could see the Pioneers go down, it's going to hurt quite a bit. And he commits a second mortar check. That's pretty ambitious by Tiramisu here. I mean, he could certainly put a lot of pressure on Jimmy right now, who's already struggling here to break through all of this. And double mortar again can lay down a lot of pressure, but I would say double mortar is something more common, used to seeing in like 2 versus 2 matches, and thankfully not so much anymore. But that can actually be quite nice because again they are mobile, they're difficult to catch up with, and they can just lay down a lot of fire fast and then back off. So certainly add some pressure to Jimmy, but at the same time get out armor in time. The mortar half techs do risk falling off here, so it's a bit of a gamble here. But Tiramisu, if you can actually make the mortar half techs work, you just close out the match fast because it works. It works, but if it doesn't work, Tiramisu's going to have to do some explaining to Patton afterwards. Right, getting off here. Oh! Good lord! Caught the unit as they're exiting the building. And someone's got his leg, a leg stuck through his chest. It's horrifying. There's the lieutenant. More rifle on the way there for Tiramisu. But nice bait there. Really nice rifle here by Jimmy. Thumbs up there. But he's struggling with fuel. He's very much struggling. And Tiramisu's obviously not. So that's definitely something that Jimmy needs to fix fast before that becomes an even bigger issue there. Then we've got the mortar up northwards here, again providing immediate swift mortar and artillery support, of course, to the front line here against the Germans, able to slow down and smother any German attack, or begin pounding any German defense into oblivion. So, while it is a bit expensive, I mean, well handled, it can be, I think, quite dangerous. And there you go, Gunners taking hits from the mortars. It does need to like to barrage, I suppose, much, because again, with 2 mortar half decks, you do get a lot of fire there. Meanwhile, we do have Jimmy's mortar like doing some work, but it's obviously not nearly as mobile. And Tiramisu also a bit, swifter moving about here. So, Jimmy's doing what he can here for Deutschland. And that is a bit limited. Going to the Rav Squad, almost hanging out there. Small win there. Machine being hammered by the Rav Squad's flank up behind. And Tiramisu doesn't look like he can soon push out a tank here. Jimmy is not far off from a Stug. In fact, he'd go for the Stug right now. He could go for an Osman, though, because of the situation, the Stug could be an option to maybe rush down the half tanks, catch Tiramisu perhaps a bit off guard. But obviously, the safe choice is the Panther 4 here, and he does go for the Stug. Jimmy has consulted the tarot cards and decided that the best approach is Sturmgeschütz. Fifth cut from the Grenadiers here, more tactic flying away than 9 kills and 0, but still threatening to get more wipes in there on Jimmy's infantry. He's not careful. Dog truck rushing through, going for the mortar. The Granatenwerfer. Grenadiers moving up here, going for the Carphon as well here. Stug halfway down there. Mortar crew cleared out. A small loss here for Jimmy, and Germany, the 15th Panzer Division, is hurting. Worth noting, most Panzer divisions actually receive Stug 4s rather than Stug 3s. Little fun fact, it's a small detail, but it's an interesting one to note that the Stug 4s typically tend to go to Panzer divisions or Panzer divisions that could not get a sufficient number of Panther 4s. They would typically also receive Stugs instead. In fact, Stugs were typically substituted if they couldn't get something else, like couldn't get tank destroyers, you got Stugs. Couldn't get Panzers, you got Stugs. You know, stuff like that. Couldn't get your heavy tank destroyers, you got Stugs. Like, for example, happened doing Operation Market Garden, they had a heavy tank destroyer battalion. You're meant to be equipped with the Yak Panthers, but they didn't have enough, so they had to make do with Stugs. Should have the pin machine gun there. Major being hammered here. More tactic moving up here. And we got the 76 machine gun here forming. There you go, dart truck under fire from the Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung G. Crashes through the walls. Deutschland strikes. And there you go, more tactic caught here as they try to do what I call conga line. And takes out the more tactic. And basically what happens is, for whatever reasons, the pathing has been coded in such manner that whenever like more vehicles to move down the same road, they will, no matter what, start lining up and have some conga line or follow a column, even when there's like plenty of space to move about, and they will exactly form up the line first before they start moving as well. It's really annoying, and can be something like you just have to get out there and fast. You can't easily manage the units separately, so it's really annoying when it happens. But anyways, Stupid there got one of the mortar takes a small win there for Jimmy over Tiramisu. A small win, and certainly highlights the danger of keeping mortar tech too close to each other in confined spaces like this. Anyway, shoot out the pin because the Stug, but still the Stug has certainly paid off for now here versus Tiramisu, and it's taking the beating there. But there you go, 76 points shown out there for Tiramisu. Heading north for the Shem, shoot out the 50 Cali on top. Gunners are taking forward, Stug they're being repaired, shoot out the pin machine still to the Stug. Or he could of course set up for some assault and hold. Really overlooked ability, by the way. Really overlooked ability. More to the thing right with the rifle squad. In fact, he's still not using much of the doctrine, unfortunately, which is always a shame. The south here, we've got rifling up there. Ooh. Yes, rifling a ton. Then nicely. Oh, he hoped to bait the opponent out in the open, take another whack there. Close one there for Jimmy, but not quite. He may want to consider calling some storms from the north to harass there. There you go, rifle squad taking a lot of damage from the Grenadiers. Lieutenant Prime counting fire for the retreating rifle squad. Timmy and Jimmy managed to survive. Sherman up there, firing away there with its 76mm gun. She let the pin-up machine gun down on top, of course, for added infantry damage. Jimmy could soon go for Stug here in the south. He got Grenadiers firing up the rifle squad, but unupgraded, they stand little chance long term. North side, he could, I think, see fresh action. Oh, looks like he was considering something. There goes for another machine gun, another machine gun give out. Oh, another more. Wow, Jimmy seems really hesitant at the moment. He can't really make up his mind here versus Tiramisu. Even cancels that. That is definitely a sign there that he's really struggling to figure out the next move here. That Tiramisu's really got him on a tight leash. North here is the rifle squad. So he is going for the double mortars. He's going to try and blast his way out through that. Bit risky, though. Of course, he now has 2 mortars. Then he registers with the 1 mortar outfit. The mortar outfit keeps murdering away there. Got 9 kills still. They've actually 2 kills on the Granatenwerfer. Raj got him for the southern victory point then. We got 316 as the 357. And another 50 cal plus a Scot there for Tiramisu. Deciding to upgrade from mortar aftex to the Scots. Sherman holding back here for Tiramisu. 50 cal mounted and ready. And we got another Stug here for Jimmy. Another Sturmgeschütz. Stug heading northwards here. Big push in the north here again, realising that Jimmy was able to focus on the south centre, so the north is actually wide open. Good read there by Jimmy. Stug slowly getting halfway down there, but two Stugs can actually put a lot of pressure there on Jimmy's armour, and can also just quickly move in and quickly wipe out fighter units like the mortar, the dart truck, or Scott even. That's really the power of having double Stugs. You get a lot of firepower and just quickly strike down with almost certain precision like a single unit here and there, and that we actually destroy them in detail. That's one of the advantages of the double Stug strand. You just get a lot of firepower and a sort of relatively nimble chassis. Oh, heavy mortar bombs on the mortar. Oh, we also cancelled the other mortar, it seems like, again. But cheeky there by Tiramisu. A few players actually use that, but as you can see, they can actually be surprisingly effective there. Destroying Jimmy's Granaten there for crew entirely. Stu, though, charging in there. Trying to go for the mortar after bazooka team. Those blocking the gun where they can there. Almost getting wiped out there. And grab the bazooka as well there. Got the mortar after with one shot. One more shot and he got it. No, he gets away. He gets away. He's going to risk it. He's going to risk it. Oh, my God. He's going to... No, he's going to not charge in there. Shot on the Scott there. Missed. That's going to suffer an anti-tank rough grenade there. Rough grenade off from the rough squad there. Other Stu dealing with the Sherman up north. Charging through there. Could counter faster then into the rear. Could leave Tiramisu extending out. Damage engine in front of Stu is definitely not where you want to be in a Sherman tank. No matter if your name is Brad Pitt or not. Good hit there. Should be able to take out the Sherman. He might lose the other Stu in the process though. But if you can take out the Sherman, it should be more than worth it. So that definitely costs more than the Stu in game. And there goes Sherman down. A definite win there for Jimmy. And Tiramisu can't easily replace his tank. Whereas Jimmy can theoretically replace his Stu more easily. So that's a small win there for Jimmy, though he's still got a lot of work to do here versus Tiramisu. The Americans, the 6th Armoured Division, which Furious Assault is not slowing down against the Germans. And I still feel like you should consider some Stormtroopers. But there you go. Scott moving in there to fire up. Stu then need repairs. Veterans 1 and 1 kill. Then he's taking a nice hit there. 5th guy there. Oh, not the Grenadiers on the MD4 choose to move in. Mortar has been recruited there. Good work by Jimmy. Meanwhile, Tiramisu striking forward here for freedom, democracy, corporate interests. And there you go, opening up with the 5th cavalry, and sending out pitching rounds, tearing through the machine gun crew there. Stu setting out. Down Northern Points. Love squad there, gun is in the fire here. Quick fire rifle grenade there. Pioneers moving ahead. Stu going straight through it, but again, Bazooka team in this case proved to once more be the fall here for Jimmy's Stug Sturm. There's something hitting his first for them before true now. Ace low Barbie. Nice over there by Jimmy. Going for the centre up north here, finding around close to the basic. Almost got the Pioneers, which has been quite painful there for him. He still hasn't upgraded the remaining Grenadier squad. I wonder if there's a purpose to that. If he's just been struggling with the munitions, just hasn't gotten around to doing it. Tiramisu can soon go for more tanks. He just needs to keep them alive and not, get baited into a kill zone by the Stug. There you go, fires up in the dart truck but misses. Second miss there. Can he finally land a hit with the 3rd shot? There you go, step on it. And the Stug can't catch it. Baker reinforcing healing. Can soon go for another Stug. Of course, if he does go for that, he's going to try and go for Pentaforce now. Or he might even try and go for tier 4. He's flooding out of manpowers again. Fuel cash could be an idea. Stormtroopers, Panzergrenadiere. I think those would be very good additions. In the south, veteran Grenadiers are finding up against an increasingly large American force. We've got German Infantry and support here. Up north, though, lone Grenadiers moving ahead here, and these are the only non-veteran Grenadiers still under Jimmy's command. More firing down the Grenadiers. Second Stug is now available here for Jimmy to call in, but again, will Jimmy go for it? Will Jimmy call upon the power of the Sturmgeschütz? And there you go, he does indeed call upon the power of the Sturmgeschütz. Lisbon towards him, got Gunners holding up there, Stug there. Could still benefit from a pin-up machine in my opinion, but that's that. Going Northern Point with the Pioneer. Rifle got the thing some nasty stuff like a Narden there for the looks of it, or a rifle grenade. Scotland and the Grenadiers, Stug halfway done, and we got a Jack and Tanks for Tiramisu. Deciding he needs longer range firepower to stop the Stooks. Close to the east limit, this mortar after 16 kills, really been powerful, and he's going for another mortar. No, he can't. He really can't seem to make up his mind on the mortars. Goes for another machine gun, and there you go. Second Sturmgeschütz ready again. Achtung. North hip machine gun head here, but you caught the lieutenant. Need to be careful there. Should not want to hand over the MG42 to the Americans. Obviously for Tiramisu, that's exactly what he should do. Hand over the MG42 to him. You only don't listen to your opponent for advice. Quick up north here, making it harder for Jimmy to move in a small force. Launching one Stuka up there. I think you should keep them together, to be honest. Again, add the machine guns. You do add a bit. Then finally he's upgraded the remaining Grenadier squads. With the veteran squad leader. Nice work there. We got 169 versus 340. Tiramisu still got a strong lead over Jimmy in terms of victory points and map control. So Jimmy really has to do some harder work here. But there you go, going for the Scott here with the Stug. And there you go. Nice hit, there you go. Jackson right to the other Stug. There's caught in front of it. Oh, you're not good, not good. Bazooka on the flank here. I think a bit too risky there behind. But there you go, second Stug running. Getting good here. The Jackson Stug could go down, but maybe a false way the Jackson with the other Stug. He's going right behind here. The lines of Tiramisu, who did not expect the Stug flank. No one ever does. Got a wipe up north. He looks like Stug still trying to go. Almost got the Jackson here. No, the Stug misses. The Stug misses. My God, Ludwig, are you drunk? There you go. Betchen's won. Stug survived somehow. Betchen, can he take it out? Does he get it? Yes. The Jackson is down. I mean, Carney shot. Panzerjäger. Kaputt. Pushing for the center. Bazooka's laying about. The Stug. Oh, gets away. It gets away. He doesn't get off the anti-tank rifle grenade. And the Stug survives. For now, at least. There's another rifle squad coming to intercept here. There goes spotted it. Can he get away though? Can he get away? Or will Tiramisu at least enact a vengeance? Here, mortar caught here by the lieutenant. More punishment well for Jimmy. Very good. But there you go. Ralph squad arrives, flanks, and finishes the Stug. A tragic blow to German army morale. But at least one Stug survived. And in the end, I mean, Stug for Jackson is still a pretty good trade over there for Jimmy, though he needs to do something about those victory points soon. Otherwise, it won't matter how many Jacksons and Shermans he takes out. Not one jot. Almost got the doctor there with Stug, which is close to Veteran 2. The south here, we got Ralph Scott pushing back the Pioneers. Machine gun grenades moving up here. More tough to Scott nearby. The center's actually wide open. We also got plenty of weapons abandoned, so if you actually like a push here, he's actually moving in the Stug heavily damaged. I think that's a bit of a mistake there. Forcing in up north here, machine held up here by the Americans still. A lot of action going on. I think you should pop the Sultan hold. Really overlooked ability right now, just giving, you know, a boost to both fighting power, but also the ability to grab points fast, which would really help out Jimmy a lot here versus Tiramisu. As for Tiramisu, you know, setting up a good push with combined arms would really help out Jimmy maybe close, or Tiramisu close up versus Jimmy. It's about to call him Timmy. That'd be a bit awkward. Now, anti-tank mode for Tiramisu, actually gone for the cap. The fight against the Stug has so soured against Tiramisu, he's just abandoned the idea of tanks. Tank just says, "Give me some anti-tank guns." But Captain, give me some anti-tank guns. At least the Stugs can't ruin those. I don't want to have to face Patton again. He's really upset with me. 50 points left there for Jimmy. He's going to raid the base for the Stug. He's going to go for it. Coursing tether within Tiramisu's base. Anti-tank gun ready, heading north with the infantry. Rough no against Lieutenant. Oh, he does dodge it just narrowly. Moving in there close, Betty 2 still. Really should have a pin machine gun. Oh, right into the anti-tank. He does get the dodge truck finally. In the end, it was the mighty Stug who took out the dodge truck. Very, very close. In the south, we've got skirmish at the Pioneer spot, right over the rifle squad. We got 3 machine guns there, 1 MG42 and 2 MG42s and 150 cal. Final round here, pushing back the machine gun. They're going to go for the points here. Good work. Need to fix up the Stug, of course. Push for the center here by Tiramisu as the 6th Armoured charges through there, blazing a path through the battered German lines. Need to cover that Stug though. Force it. Gaining Metty 2 though, but expose himself down to tank then possibly. Nope, he doesn't. He's able to shoot there, so that's lucky. Might be going here for Panther von Ostman now. So it would be bad picks. Don't be with infantry. Suffered a wipe here. Ooh, Captain caught with that. Got the mortar after firing heavy mortar bombs there. Still consider using assault and hold. Again, would really give him a combat boost here versus Tiramisu. And again, I'm to grab points faster, which is really good. We got 46 versus 3 and 14. There's each reinforce. Heal. Scott firing with 9 kills. Bettany 2. More trapped at Eastleigh with 21 kills. More trapped at 4 kills. Halfway to 22 before to the rifle squad, hosing them down. Stug almost good to go. Tripping, forcing healing. Small build up in the centre, but Tiramisu is only struggling a bit now with Jimmy, who has shut down most of his attempts at armour and mechanisation with the Stug. The Molotov is really proven to be a great investment there for Tiramisu, as you can see there. We've got fragmentation bomb ready there. What is Jimmy planning? Is it more Stugs? Has he got something else in mind now? Mortar there, landing on the 5th cal there. In the centre, we've got 5th cal doing rifle squad there. Backed up by Grenadiers. Stug charges in once more. Goes for it, but right in front from the entertaining, he could, I suppose, just ignore it and push right past it, which is exactly what he does. He'll even calls in a fragmentation bomb. So he either has to, like, if he tries to turn around, it's going to get knocked out there. And he almost gets knocked out. He's charging the base. I feel like a bit risky there. Bit risky, but if you can get the Scott and the half-take, I guess it could pay off, but not a entire fan of this maneuver here by Jimmy. Feels a bit reckless. Feels a bit reckless. So oh, he got the 5th gun. He's getting troops that deal with the anti-tank gun. Schnell! Die amerikanische Panzerabwehrkanone. Halfway to 53 on that Stug. Oh, he should have had a pin machine. At least they've given him a chance to maybe cleared out there close for the Stug. Since actually does some damage. Round spot being backed up with the Lieutenant. Could have grabbed the 5th cal to help turn against the Yankees. Almost got them all tough. Can he finish it off at least? Oh, 9. He's going to lose his Stug. He's going for another one at least, but so close to an ace Stug there, and he ended up throwing it away, don't think, in a less than successful assault that with insufficient infantry to push up there to support it. Like, had some pans against the stormtroops, I think that could have worked out there, but sadly here, Jimmy pushed his luck, and more importantly, Stug's luck, a bit too far. Bit too risky there, I think, but at least Tiramisu is not going from armour. Of course, now he has seen the final Stug blown up. He may think himself safe and go for something else. Okay, I think it's gone. Get in the tank destroyers and the tanks. Surely they're not going to call in more Stugs. Got S-Mines up north. But that, of course, is where he's going to be sorely surprised. There goes Stug out. For Jimmy. For Germany. Deutschland. Also got S-Mines here. Very good work there by Jimmy. Thumbs up. South, they got machine learning planking with the captain moving up there swiftly for freedom and democracy. Fifth cal holding up in the centre here. Going up north here, and he's being hammered. Stug sitting out from the north. Pioneers being suppressed here. Mortify exchange across here. Looks like the 15th time. There goes Stug's going straight for the mortar after. Jimmy once more launches a furious Sturmgeschütz push there against Tiramisu. But he's losing control of the map. He's not quite, I think, coordinating his attacks better as possible. He's trying to focus heavily on, I think, on the centre, trying to push back Jimmy there. He's not trying to, like, outmaneuver Jimmy, which makes it easy for, I think, Jimmy's also deal with these attacks, in particular since he now has plenty of machine guns of his own and a mortar. At the very least, he should lay down some smoke screens using on the mortar attack or the Scott, but there's no smoke to be seen here either from Tiramisu, which again makes it fairly easy for Jimmy to repulse these attacks. Machine holding up the turn to the south. And in the north, Grenadier squad holding up here with the bazooka as well. Lieutenant pinned down to the ground, but there you go. Artillery fire raining in here from the nearby Scott. Mortar take also joining in the fun. And fact, he's trying to just absolutely wreck that ace machine gun crew there, which makes a lot of sense. Struggling in there, machine gun crew annihilated. The stinging blow there to Jimmy, down to just 2 machine guns. That's still 1 more than what Tiramisu has. Machine gun bang up the center here. Jimmy now relying on the power of that. We got machine gun Mimo covering up in the area until the bunker is ready. Very good there. Up north, going to the rifle court, continue to be a bit of a standoff. The south victory point being seized. We got 46 versus 194. And he's routed. Catman for the southern victory point. Stug moving forwards. Scott, oh, lands a hit on the Sturmgeschütz. Machine gun banging down to heavy fire from a nearby American to the room to snuff it out. Of course, mostly the Jackson weather, but activated instant range of the Stug here. Oh, he's going for it. Almost got the bunker. Red rifle, they're overtaking the rifle squad. He's moving in there, pushing back the rifle squad just before they got the point. Bunker that collapses under intense and withering American artillery fire. No apologies there. Need to grab that central victory point of northeast standoff there between Tiramisu and Jimmy. Gunner's going for the point here. Got the mortar nearby. We got 46 from 169. Jimmy's holding up here against Tiramisu. Tiramisu, I think, would really benefit from just some regular tanks. And of course, Jim would benefit from more armor, more Stugs, Ostwinds. Stugs and Ostwinds, in fact, tend to be, in my opinion, a quite solid combo. Since the Ostwinds could quickly decimate American infantry, and then you have the Stugs to quickly decimate the armor. Though, of course, it does require some management skills and some good tactics. But if you do set it up correctly, it can be really harmful for your opponents. Northy contact launch by the Ponty with the rifle squad here. They want to lay down some extra SMRs around here. Maybe a machine gun banker, to be honest. One more to fire around the center. Stu joining in. Gets a hit on the Americans. Sehr good. Another 50 cal for Tiramisu. We got 46 from the 53. The situation's a bit stable in a strange way here. That's everything. Oh, he finished off the rifleman there with a Stug. Sehr good. Make sure that American soldier in question there. Got another Stug here for Jimmy. Jimmy knows where victory lies. At the end of the Stug's barrel. Guns being routed. Machine gun heavy fire from the Amerikanen. 18 and 28 killed me. The artillery has really done some heavy lifting for Tiramisu, to be honest. There's the lieutenant in the south. Up north here we got the Pioneers of the rifle squad. Right there. Did feel like it just popped assault and hold here versus Tiramisu to make for a good push, but oh well. Again, really underrated ability in my opinion. There we got 5 kills on the Granatenwerfer. Going for the unfueled point first over the southern victory point. And maintaining there with 2 kills. And there goes second Sugar arriving here. Could he go for some Osmonds after that? We'll have to see. Gunners was the rifle squad. We got 46 from the 38. Tiramisu slowly being bled out, but he still has to lead over Jimmy here, who is down to just still the 46 victory points. But he is holding. He is holding by the power of the Stug and his faith in the fatherland. And of course, ample well-trained Canadians. Stug's moving forwards here. Looks like he's going to plan some sort of armored assault here versus Tiramisu. Again, he's picked up, doesn't like throw them away. That said, if he can like surprise Tiramisu with the Stugs, then obviously he can do some serious damage with the Stugs very fast. He's going for another Stug flank by the looks of it. Catching the Scot and the mortar with it. Almost got the Scot here, flank through the terrain there. Got the Scot here. Could even take out the mortar. There go. Backs off there. Nice work there by Jimmy. Sneaky, yet effective. Thumbs up. Leaving Tiramisu now with just the mortar half threat, which is still good, but it does mean he's even less so now here than before. And he's already starting to like have major impact against Jimmy. And still has 2 Stugs to deal with. Not that Scott was really going to help against the 2 Stugs, but it doesn't, make it easy that he lost it either. Captain flank in here, trooping spoke. There you go. They do nonetheless force back the 50 cal there. Bit stinging blow there to Tiramisu. His situation is already starting to look bleaker here versus Jimmy and the Germans. North they're going for the Pontic Express, but MB42 could pop into the armor prison rounds. I have some conditions to support, I guess. We got 46 versus 115. Tiramisu's base is in a bit of disarray there. Troops are being hurried, thrown around there. More gunneries here. Nope, cancels them. Maybe Pants are going to do some Stormtrooper. Stu going to fire from the Jackson. Quickly trying to hit the upcoming Stu on the Jackson. Jackson shoots, hits another hit on the Stu there. Going for the solid points again. Could still pop Assault and Hold. Like, remember, it doesn't just boost their accuracy, it also boosts their capture rate. It's actually quite a bonus. So we got 46 to 103. Tiramisu situation is still very much rough. The lack of tanks is not helping out here. Panzer IV there for Hoi-Jimmy. He's finally stabilized his Stooks, at which point he can consider going for a Panzer IV. Stooks moving from the south here. 50 backing up. Almost got the machine gun. Against the Bravo squad. Against the lieutenant. Quiet, roughing it off there. Ooh, hope to beat that rock them, but not working out there. We got 46 for 77. Stutzman forward here. Ooh, Sport Haptic could be taken out with a bit of bad luck. No, oh, he loses it. And we got a fragmentation bomb around. Oh, in the south, taking out a 50 cal and a new unit in the building. He's stinging blow to Tiramisu, and with that, Tiramisu's morale collapses. Like that building. So there you go, GG, game over. A match won by the power of the glorious Stormgeschütz. So there you go, hope you enjoyed this match and learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell enemies, and of course do because they're donating or pledging on Patreon. This is Imperial Instinct, cheers, and see you all another time for another video. Bye everyone.